mean, is that a sign you're pulling for? Wait, are you sure?
It's blue, but I am pulling for the Ravens. I think. You know, I'm not. You know, I'm not gonna lose sleep either way. But I like Ray Lewis, and he's a very passionate, intense guy. Seems like he's a hard worker. I don't know him very well, just from what I see.
Yeah.
Ray Rice played for Rutgers. I'm involved with the Rutgers wrestling program, and Flacco's a Jersey guy. So those are my ties, I guess.
That's where I was going. Hey, you have wrestled and you've cut weight your entire career, but never before in the UFC going down to the featherweight division. Talk about the process this time.
It's been a cakewalk. You know what I mean? It really has. I wasn't really cutting much for 55 anyway. I got with nutritionist George Lockhart from MMAWeekly.com, and it's been, like I said, it's really not much of a weight cut at all. I had to be disciplined. I had to watch what I eat. Other than that, I feel strong. I feel quick. I feel my cardio feels great. I just knocked out some body fat. Make weight no problem tomorrow.
How much did you cut, and how much more do you have to shed?
Yeah, I probably, when I start my camp, I don't really take too much time out of the gym. So when I start my camp, I'm 160, 158. Start getting down. So I probably cut 10 pounds. Probably got maybe 3 or 4 to go. And tomorrow I'll be fine.
Frankie, can you talk a little about this fight card? In a sense, you almost got like 3 main events. That's a terrific card. Can you just talk about it?
Yeah, it's stacked. I hear some people calling it the most stacked card ever. I don't know. It depends on who you ask, but I mean, it's just filled with names. So you look around this room, and it's got a bunch of names. So I'm pumped to be a headline this card.
What does it mean to be on either it's a New Year's card or a 4th of July or the Super Bowl card? Those are kind of the marquee UFC events.
Yeah, I got the headline New Year's. Now I'm headlining this card. I got to fight on this card a while back as a prelim, but it just shows the faith that the UFC has in me.
A lot of experience on this card too. I mean, could that mean anything in terms of an exciting card as a whole, just with all the experience?
Yeah, you got experienced guys going at it, guys that are gunning for that spot. I mean, I guess in every fight you do, but being the magnitude of the fighters on there, it might see a little more exciting fights.
And just how do you kind of maybe, if you're a fan, what gets you excited about this one, just as you walk into the arena and see all the fighters?
Yeah, just for me, I'm a fan, so Rashad, Alistair Overeem, Nogueira, and Bigfoot, I mean, that's just fireworks to make it.
Thank you.
You got it.
Frankie, you could be pretty much the definition of a well-rounded fighter with your wrestling base, your striking. Where do you feel you have the advantage in this fight against Jose Aldo?
It's tough to really say who has a set advantage. I think it's kind of like a game time thing. For me, I'm gonna go there. I gotta push the pace and hopefully make them wither a little bit, and then people expose their weaknesses, and then you gotta take advantage.
In your preparation for him, this guy's on fire. He's many believe to be the pound-for-pound best in the sport, or at least debatable. In your preparation, have you noticed some weaknesses in his fight game that you feel you can expose?
Yeah, not too many. I'll be real, not too many. He does everything very well. He's got great takedown defense, pretty good offensive takedowns, and then obviously striking ability. But again, if I can push the pace and maybe expose a weakness, if I expose it and see it, I gotta make sure I jump on it quickly.
There have been those who have questioned maybe the move down might affect your speed or power. How do you answer that question?
I think it's nonsense. Those are probably the same people that tell me I was too small 55. It kind of makes no sense. How am I too small 55, but then I go down to 45 and now I'm going to be slow and not strong? It makes no sense.
With this fight being billed as a super fight, do you see it that way? Do you think of that kind of thing when you're preparing for the fight, when you're just getting ready to do your thing?
I do think it's a super fight. People have talked about this fight for a long time. I think me and Jose one time, depending on whose rankings, we were both top 5 on pound for pound list. And if this was boxing, this would ideally be a mega fight. You know what I mean? No doubt be a mega fight. As far as preparing for it, I prepare for every fight, the right way. And it's no different for this one.
Where would you put Jose Aldo as pound for pound?
I don't know. I hate those pound for pound lists.
It's that mythical thing you can never nail down.
Because how's Jose Aldo ever going to fight Cain Velasquez? You know what I'm saying? It's just it's different. Almost, it's not a different sport. Like a heavyweight to lightweight or heavyweight to
who wins that fight?
Yeah, but I'm saying compared to two, it's just tough. It's totally different.
Your striking style or your wrestling base create more issues for him?
Yeah, I'd like to think so. You know, I think the way I mix it up, from striking to wrestling transition speed. And that's definitely something we want to see if it works.
Frankie, final question I have. If you win this title, you become only the third man in UFC history joining BJ Penn, Randy Couture as a fighter to win in 2 different weight classes. Personally, what would that mean to you?
Yeah, you know, it's not something I'm trying to think about. Everyone keeps bringing it up, so it's kind of hard not to. But, I mean, just to be mentioned among those 2 would be huge, you know, and it just kind of speaks for itself. The sport's been around, you know, UFC's been around for 20 years at least, and only 2 people have done it, so.
Best of luck, man.
Got it, thank you.
Just spoke with Jose and with Rashad in terms of the game on Sunday. I just want to bring it up real quick to have some fun with this. Jose said he'd be a kicker. He's kicked a 46-yard before, but with 200, 300-pound men coming after him, he probably wouldn't be able to kick that ball. Rashad said he'd be a tailback. If Frankie Edgar was a football player, what would you be?
Coach.
Why?
No, I don't know what I'd be. What I'd like to be, I'd like to be like a running back, you know, a tailback, something like that. But obviously, you know, my stature probably would allow that.
And Rashad and I compared it to MMA, especially with those big guys coming at you, coming after your knees, and you said you want to be a running back and kind of run through those guys. Would that be scary than stepping into the octagon?
I think, yeah, it's a little more unknown in there, you know. At least you kind of keep your guy in front of you, you get blindsided in football, you know.